Welcome back to the Pontiac video. I'm sure you've noticed this thing's still going. So it's been a week. It doesn't look like it lost really any time. Everything's still working. And the best part is he did go ahead and order a new needle, so we're not going to have to live with that. So he was able to get one. So yeah, I'm going to say that we actually fixed that. Saves $100 and would prefer to keep things as close to original as we can anyway. So let me take this off of here and get it back in the other room. Right, I'll go ahead and get this reinstalled. I won't put the lens on so that we can put the second hand back on. But we'll get everything else on here. And this will look a lot nicer. Just like that. This part's back together. It's pretty easy. We left ourselves some little notes about which were long screws and which were short screws. And of course you got to throw ground to the clock and the power for the clock. You know, the tack is fed here. You know, here's your speedo. Yeah, really not a lot to it. This is the funny one that gets the little fiber optic line down to the ashtray, which is really, really fun to put on, but you know, we'll get it. Did it once, I can do it again. So now, once he comes down with the new needle, I can just pop that on, throw the lenses on, and I can go back in the car. I think it looks just ever so slightly a little better. He's even painted up a bracket for me, so we're going to be drilling some holes in that soon. You can see he welded it. So yeah, here's the difference here. You can see, well, yeah. So we're just going to have to add these 3 holes, one of which is tapped right here. And then we can still keep this thing for that kick panel, but also have a 400 kickdown switch to open that louver because it's fun. He's just put a jump pack on and the battery just got hooked up. Now I don't have everything hooked up. There's no speedo or anything like that yet. In fact, I haven't even bolted it in. I've plugged in the tack and I plugged in the main feed. First thing you notice is the clock is running with the fancy new needle. The next thing I'm hoping we'll notice is the tack running, but I don't think I can hold the phone, push that clutch, and turn this car over at the same time. So I'll be back in just a second. To be honest, we were going to skip this, but I got to put it in there because I'm an idiot. It didn't work, so we pulled it all back out. Couldn't find a reason. So jumping right from, you know, the power of the coil and the ground on the tack down to our dummy tack, or, you know, our spare, it still didn't work. And that's when I remembered, oh yeah, I pulled all that out so that we could tap for that kickdown switch, and then I never plugged it back in. One of those wires is to the tack. So we just didn't put power on it. So we killed a little bit of time right there. But got to practice some good troubleshooting skills. We're looking at this, and there's some kind of booger on the back here, you know, that they used. But these guys were just pop-ins, and then they had just a tiny dab on them. And that one, you know, it's fallen out over the years. So we're going to add a little dab of hot glue. All right, we haven't done the screws yet, but that's already looking a lot better. So we'll get this bezel on there. We'll get the 2 screws from beneath. We'll get these 4 up here. And then we'll get the column back up. And with that, we now have the screws from below and those. And that looks really, really nice. So I think we're going to work on getting that thing ready. How hard can it be, right? Okay, so we've located where those are relative to this edge and the hole. And now I've got my 3 points marked. And I'm getting ready to drill. Okay, here is our finished product, ready to go in. So I'm going to get that bolted in and then we'll work on the wiring. Okay, we got that pretty routed and we're really happy. So you can see the switch back in there. She's tied in up here. And then we actually went through the grommet that the coil wire and the parking wires for the wiper motor went. So he's putting his little protecto expando stuff on there. And now I just got to terminate it right just above the coil there with this guy. And we're in business. Okay, so not only did we get that routed through there and up here and up to this point here, But now we've got a nice ground right there that you can't even tell to a nice breakaway connector from the base of the air cleaner. So that is all nice, neat, tucked out, and honestly, if you didn't know to look for it, you wouldn't even know it was there. Okay, we're not sure how you're going to see this, but I just got that sitting on the box, and hopefully you can see it. Okay, I'm going to go out and show you. He's going to reach down, and he's probably going to just hit the linkage. So let's see. All right, go ahead. Look at that. Opens and closes. That is awesome. It worked. So yeah, there's that little breakaway. Look at that. The cleaner assembly's going on. He's getting ready to go looking for the rest of the top. We've got our wire sitting out, but we plan to have this on today. Okay, and that's about all that's happening tonight. He's got a bracket he wants to slide in there, but he's also got some work he wants to actually do on the shaker, so we're not going to put it on yet. He's got a sticker he's got to fix. So I think at this point, oh, I know, look at that air cleaner. Oh, it's so bad. It happens. But yeah, at this point, we're pretty happy. Got the new hose in, the new up pipe. I mean, everything's looking nice. We're expecting a whole lot less exhaust leaks, a whole lot less rattles, and maybe even later this summer, we may even go ahead and yank that alternator and clean that up too. So, all right. I think that's kind of where we're at for tonight. So, thanks for watching. ShopRock says, put your tools away or else.